Welcome back to my channel. As always, I am very excited for today's video, and this one, as you can tell from the title, is going to be bad habits I'm breaking and good habits I'm making. Now, I am extra excited for today's video because this is my first official one of 2022. Now, I do know I posted a video last Saturday, but that was actually filmed in December, and I didn't get it up until January, and that's also going to raise awareness to I haven't been the most consistent with posting. Now, I promise this year I'm really trying to grow this YouTube channel. That's one of my biggest goals, as well as growing this personal brand. I had a little bit of a rocky patch because my editor, Love, is no longer going to be able to edit. Which is totally fine. I get it. She's a busy gal. We're still best friends. It's totally fine. I'm making this promise right here, right now, that I will be filming every Monday and uploading every Saturday so that you guys have a video to watch, like, comment on, maybe share with your friends. So I hope you guys are all excited for that. Again, I want to grow my personal brand with this channel, as well as my business. If you guys aren't aware, I do have my own training business called Optimal Shape, and if you are interested in learning more about that, you can go to opshape.com, or you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Optimal Shape. And while you're at it, if this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Samantha, or Sammy for short, and I'm a certified personal trainer as well as a young mom. So if either or both of those things are of any interest to you, then please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can be informed when I upload all of my future content. You can also go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Sammy for short. Now, with all that being said and out of the way, let's jump in to the video. I am going to preface this by saying that none of my habits are that bad. I'm not smoking cigarettes, I'm not drinking all the time, I'm not doing crazy drugs or anything like that. But these are just habits that are going to inhibit me from becoming the best version of myself, which is ideally what I want to be doing not only this year, but every year to come. I want to get better and better every single day and just improve upon who I am and the life that I'm living. So that's what these habits are for. So the first bad habit I want to break is my late night drives. This was a habit that I kind of started in August when I got some really bad news about a situation that was going on in my life, and I didn't know how to deal with it emotionally, and I just kind of shut down. And it had nothing to do with my home life, but for some reason I didn't want to be in my house, so I would just go drive for 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes 2 hours, just crazy driving that I didn't need to be doing. Not only am I sitting down for long periods of time, so it's not physically healthy for me, it leaves a lot more room for there to be accidents. It's not mentally healthy for me because I'm not actually coping with my issues. And ever since that issue kind of finished, it's still just a habit that I know when I get stressed or anxious, I just go drive, and I really want to cut that, not only for all the other reasons I mentioned, but also gas is getting really expensive, and it's ridiculous of me to be spending $50 on gas like twice a week. A good habit that I'm making to kind of replace that is anytime that I feel stressed or that I feel like I want to go for a drive, I'm going to start doing yoga. I am also doing the 30-day Move Yoga with Adriene challenge, which there will be a whole separate video on that. But in general, I want to find a healthy way to cope with my stress and anxiety, and yoga is definitely it. If you follow me for a while, you know I love yoga. I want to be a yoga instructor one day, and I've wanted to do yoga every day for so long, and I think this is the easiest way to do that, taking a bad habit that I'm doing and replacing it with the new one that I want to add on. And that's kind of what all of these habits are going to end up being. My second bad habit that I want to break is watching TikTok when I'm bored. I know a lot of people do this, and I'm actually pretty good. Like, I don't watch it for hours upon hours, but I'll catch myself at work, and just because I'm bored. And it's like, first of all, we have to allow ourselves to be bored and not constantly be stimulated by things. But also, there's so much toxicity on there. It's not even that funny anymore. Like, some videos are funny, don't get me wrong, but I'm honestly getting bored with it, so there's no reason for me to open the app. So I definitely want to be doing less and less of that, and really the only reason I got TikTok was to help grow my brand, because it's one of the best ways to do it, honestly. But if it weren't for that, I think I would just delete TikTok altogether. Not everything is bad on there, but it's really just not a great use of my time personally. With that being said, anytime I feel the urge to watch a TikTok, a good habit I want to make, I want to both read and study daily. So if there's periods of time during the day where I feel like watching a TikTok, I can't do that until I have read one chapter of a book, and ideally I want to read one book every month. So this month's book is The 10 Times Rule by Grant Cardone. I'm only one chapter in, but so far I can tell I'm really gonna like it. It is basically just the difference between success and failure, how successful people have 10 times goals, whereas everyone else just has a mediocre average goal, and you're never gonna be truly happy if you don't set yourself up for success and you kind of just settling for the bare minimum. I know I explained that poorly. I just suggest reading the book for yourself. Aside from reading, other times if I feel like I want to watch TikTok again in a day, I can't do it until I've studied. I am a NASM certified personal trainer. However, with that being said, you still got to keep studying after that. You have to get recertified every 2 years. You have to get continuing education units. So right now I am studying for my weight loss specialization. I actually work at a new gym now, and it's definitely a different environment, and I got kind of caught up in using generalized terms, and I understand the anatomy to, again, a generalized sense, but I do really want to challenge myself to get better at understanding the more complex understanding of the anatomy, and I really just want to keep challenging myself to get better and better and better, because my new boss is so crazy smart, and obviously he's had years on me. I want to get to that level one day, and so I really just want to make sure I'm studying, constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly evolving, never assuming I know everything, because I don't, and none of us ever will. Number 3 is skipping workouts. I don't do this often. I would say maybe once, max twice a week. Sometimes I just wasn't feeling it and I wasn't motivated, and the thing is, you can't always rely on motivation to be the thing that's got to get you through something. You just got to do it. Ideally, I still want to get my 5 to 6 days of workouts in a week, 5 days in the gym and then a 6th active rest day, and I think that's 100% doable. I generally do it majority of the time anyway, but I want to make a better habit to stick to 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, working out. Number 4 is eating out / eating quick. So I'm not the worst at eating out. I will say, like with holidays and hanging out with more friends and stuff, I've been eating out a little bit more. I'm not gonna say I don't ever want to do it, but I want to cut back to once a week again. Other than just that, I want to make sure that I'm not just eating quick anymore. I haven't been meal prepping for the last couple weeks. I got back on it this week, but I had a meal prep for like 3 weeks in a row. So I would come into work, I didn't have lunch, I would just eat all the snacks, like the protein snacks that we had at work, which 1, another waste of money, and 2, there's no nutrients. Like, sure, I'm getting protein. That's about it. There's so much sugar, there's so much like processed junk that's going into these snacks, and I'm not getting an adequate amount of calories. I'm also, even if I am getting an adequate amount of calories, because it can be a lot in those things, I'm not getting any other nutrients besides like the proteins. So it's really not beneficial for me at all. It's not fueling my body. I was tired, I was hungry, I was angry, I didn't like it. A good habit that I want to make in place of this is meal prepping, getting back on meal prepping on Saturdays or Sundays, depending on my schedule, and have food ready for the entire week, so that way it's still quick and easy for me, because if food wasn't made, I was just gonna grab a snack. Even if I was home, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go cook before dinner, and then realistically I didn't. I just grabbed what was quick in the fridge or in the cabinet because I didn't feel like cooking that night. So getting back on my meal prep game will make the world of a difference. Number 5, drinking. So I'm not really like a big drinker. I go out and drink now, like go to the clubs, go to the bar with my friends, but I'm not a crazy drinker, and I still want to have fun with my friends. But I will say I just want to be more mindful of it, make sure that I only stick to 1 day a week, if that, which I'm pretty good at, but I could see myself maybe, I don't know where to. I'm a single girl, and so a lot of people have been, asking me on dates, go get a drink or something, and I want to, but I'm also hesitant about it because I don't want to, have 3 dates in a week, and then that's 3 nights of drinking. So I want to be more mindful of it, kind of let myself know, like, okay, well, out of these 3 people, only one of them you will drink with. And that's just something I want to set for myself, because I know that because I'm getting asked to go hang out more with guys or with friends, I know that it could easily become a habit that I don't even want to get into. So before it becomes a habit, I'm gonna break it. Even if I do go out to drink, that's great, that's totally fine. However, I have to have had at least 2 to 3 of these in a day. I really like this water bottle. I actually got it for Christmas, and it's the equivalent of one of those big ones that has the times on it throughout the day, but this one's better for me, at least, because it's small. I don't like the big jugs. I just think it's bulky and doesn't fit anywhere, and it's really inconvenient. So this fits in almost every cup holder. It starts at 8 a.m., goes to 1 p.m., then you refill it 2 to 7, and then I always have a third because I don't work out until 8 o'clock at night, so I usually finish a third by the time I go to bed. Drink your water, guys. I feel like I say that all the time, but it's extremely important to do. Number 6, this kind of goes hand in hand with when I drive late at night sometimes, and I come home at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I get really tired, and then I just come in. I think I'm gonna set an alarm so I can nap for an hour, and then I'll take my makeup off and go back to bed. And realistically, if I hit that bed, I'm staying in bed. So I'll just come in, crash, and then wake up the next morning with makeup on my face. That has not been helping my breakouts that I've been complaining about for a year. Has not been helping me feel my best. It's not a good nighttime routine to have at all. So now that I'm coming back from the late night driving, I think that's going to help me take off my makeup. But in general, my good habit that I want to make is washing my face every single night. I'm very good at washing it every single morning. It's just part of my morning routine. I do want to have a solid night routine where I am washing my face, a face mask on, putting moisturizer on, doing the whole thing. And one of my biggest goals this year, personally, like physically, is to clear my skin, because I know I've had clear skin before, and I know most of it has to do with not only my stress, but leaving the makeup on. So I think that'll help exponentially. Number 7, I've been bringing this up a lot, is overthinking and stressing. I am the biggest overthinker, and it's like I don't even try to overthink. It just naturally happens. Like everyone's like, oh, just stop stressing so much, stop thinking about it. I wish I could. Or some of the things I think about, people are like, wow, you put a lot of thought into that. And it's like, I don't know if any of you guys are overthinkers, but if you understand like how annoying it is to hear that, because it's like I'm not putting an ounce of effort into thinking about the situation I thought about. My brain just naturally does it. Like I can't shut it off. It is so hard for me. But what I'm going to try to do is self-care. And self-care in so many ways. I already mentioned, you know, having a good nighttime routine and physically self-care. Every night I want to put in this book. It is a self-care, a day and night reflection journal. So every night I write in this reflection journal just how my day went, how I'm feeling, just kind of notice where I'm at, what stressed me out, what things did I enjoy about the day, what made me feel calmer, and just take note how I'm feeling so that I can kind of have a better understanding of what I need to do to cope. So I like this book to journal out my thoughts. I try to do this every morning. If it doesn't happen in the morning, it will happen at night. Good or bad thoughts doesn't matter. I just need to get it out of my head onto paper so that I feel like there's less going on up here, and that has been helping a lot as well. Also, planning my day in advance gets that out of my head. So I feel like the more I write, the more thoughts come out of here, go onto paper, and it's done, and I don't have to think about it again for the rest of the day. So that has been helping a lot, and I feel like I am genuinely a happier person now that I've been doing that. Number 8 is people pleasing. I have a really bad habit of being too nice and always trying to do things to accommodate for other people. And yes, I'll still do that for some, but I can't constantly be bending over backwards to change my schedule or change what I'm doing for other people, especially if they won't do the same in return. So my good habit is to start prioritizing better, prioritizing myself, prioritizing my son, prioritizing my family, and then the rest can follow. And number 9, my last one, I've been noticing a lot with my new job, is shyness. I am a very confident person once I am comfortable. When I'm in an environment that's new to me and I feel like everybody is honestly smarter than me, I revert to this shy little girl, and I don't like that at all, because that's not me, that's not my best self, that's not the woman that I want to be represented as. I want to be strong, I want to feel confident, feel beautiful, feel smart, feel powerful. Like that's what I want, and that's what I can be. So I'm really trying to let go of that shyness and just replace it with overall confidence, and I think everything that I've mentioned thus far is going to help me get there. So that's everything I have for you today. If you have any good habits that you're making and bad habits that you're breaking, please let me know them down in the comments below. I would love, have a conversation with you about that. Also leave down below what videos you would like to see from me this month or this year, and I will be sure to try and get to them. Remember, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that you hit the like button. Share with your friends. And that's it. So with all that being said, I'm going to go. But before I do, I want to remind you all to stay positive, be active, and most importantly, do what keeps you healthy.